Should we do it? Should we make a couple of pretzels here? Why don't we do this? Each take a sheet pan to your tables, take like a couple of units, and then you can place them on these sheet pans and go to town.
Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. Want to work on this table? Want to work up there? And what I'll do is I'll pre-roll them a little bit so you guys can take them so you can expedite the thing a bit. That's a good length. Nick, just a little bit long, I think. You'll be good. That's a good belly right here, just a little longer, Nicole. And you'll be like golden with that thing. And don't be afraid to push down. Yeah, you can be pretty aggressive on the downward motion. Table there, right? Yeah. We're working on trying to get it leveled out. It's not really working, so. Looks good, guys. And don't be afraid to push those bottom units in, yeah? Make that bottom, Nick. Think of it like, right, the Holy Trinity? 3 equal parts. Make the bottom a little longer. Do you guys have any questions in regards to mixing processes? Anything that we've sort of done up until now? I like the fact that you're quiet because usually you're focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Questions, concerns, issues, problems, complaints.
Shouldn't be talking too much.
Oh, sorry, yeah, come on.
Are we grading those?
No, just keep on pretzeling. I think it's going to go faster if we try to sort of figure out how to do this.
How many do you want on a sheet pan?
You can go 3 by 12. Sorry, yeah, 12. 3 by
12
4.
total?
3 by 4.
Okay.
Except the one you have over here with the braiding here throws a little monkey wrench into it. Looks good. Be careful, guys, that you don't get the tips too long and that they hang out too long. These guys are good. Maybe just a smidge longer on that extension. Let's move this over here real quick. This out of the way. Yeah, I'll roll one for you, then you can sort of feel how it feels like. That's the little special one. There we go. All right, then what I'm going to ask Nicole afterwards when we're done with these.
Yes.
Will you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Will you please, can you start to feel that they're getting gassy?
Yes.
There's like a little gas building up on here. So what we want to do is we want to get these things into the fridge. You don't have to cover them, you can just bring them right into the fridge, and then I'll show you where the other ones are that we're going to dip in lye.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to get it for me.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, where are these? Just stack them. Alright. So pretend it's the next day real quick, and this is the beauty of TV, right? We have some that are already yeah, you can get that one over there into the fridge, and we can put the remainder ones on here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, look at her go. Yeah, trying to get that egg. If you have a mistake, I can see it from here.
And we cut it off and we can try it out. There.
Alright. So this is where it gets a little special over here. So these I made this morning. Yeah, I basically shaped them, cold fermented them for about 5 hours now. You can go overnight if you want to, but I actually like to finish it the same day. So now I'm going to dip them in lye. Have you guys ever worked with lye? A couple of words of advice. You got to make sure you cover your hands, cover surfaces. And then you also got to make sure that you don't splash. And if you do work in stations over a long period of time, I definitely recommend you wear goggles. Do you guys know what lye is made up of? What's that? You guys all use it on a daily basis, I hope. I'm going to keep on going while we're sort of... Yeah, it's in soap. It's sodium hydroxide. Yeah. So we take these guys and we just float them in here like a bunch of goldfish. You come over here, you can actually see them. And you basically just put them in here, and what it does is it just etches that surface so that you get that caramelization, that chestnut-rich color that we're sort of dealing with. Now, someone's going to have to bring me the other pan over there, if possible. And they only need to be in here for a couple of seconds, like this. This is a silicone-treated piece of parchment paper, and so I don't have to spray it. If you don't have a silicone-treated piece of parchment paper, I highly recommend that you use a sill pack. Otherwise, these things tend to stick. And then if you bring that over here, and then you can take this, and there's a little salt. We have pretzel salt and sea salt. You guys can choose. If you want to taste it, you can sort of see what it's like. I prefer the sea salt. The pretzel salt has a better shelf life. So if you put it on something like this, because salt is hygroscopic, it's going to absorb moisture. So if you want to keep it in a storefront for an extended period of time, you definitely have to use a pretzel salt. Otherwise, it gets this little pock mark on top. It doesn't look very pretty. Pretzels, same thing. You just basically take them and dip them. Can you take those and put them into the 340 oven if possible? Now the good news with pretzels is because of this dipping in the lye, they take a pretzel like this, 8 minutes to bake, and then we're ready to rock and roll and actually eat them. If you get it on your skin, just when you're dealing with this process, the best thing to do is go and rinse it with just plain water. You don't want to put, you guys are aware, sort of, maybe not, that this is on the base scale of the spectrum. It's not an acid, even though it does the exact same thing. It's 13.7 on the base scale, which is about as low as you can get it. And if you touch this, you can feel just like right here, it slightly irritates the skin. So you have to be careful when you're touching it. It's not to the point where it's going to burn you, but if you're going to do this for a couple of hours, I would recommend wear some larger gloves so you don't get it on your hands. Would you be a favor, get me the other tray real quick from the fridge? And then what we'll do is we'll do 2 where we don't dip in lye so that you can see the effect of what the lye does. You can also do a little flavor and taste.